Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for the week of April 13th. This week, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All you have to do is come back at 4 and you will catch me live. But Pisces, let's see what is going on for you this week. I'm doing this reading, these readings a little bit differently now. I'm doing a new spread, and I'm calling it a 3-3-3 spread, and does it make sense? No, but let's see what we get for you here, Pisces, this week. But let me know if you like this spread. Basically, it's going to be three stories that could potentially be you this week, and then at the end, I'm going to wrap it all up together. So, Pisces, let's see what we have all together here, and it looks nice as always. Pisces, you start off with the 10 to the small things card here, the mouse spirit card in story number 1, and here in this first row. And I feel like for some of you, this could be representing needing to pay attention to the small things in relationships or in love. I feel like this could be in all relationships, just in general. I feel like a need to tend to the small things is going to be important. For some of you, this could definitely represent like a separation. Here you have the Three of Swords here. It could have been because someone didn't pay attention to the small things. So if you're going through a separation, or if you did go through a separation, again, it was probably because someone didn't pay attention to the small things, or they, let things slide, whatever you want to say here with this Mouse Spirit card. Next, you have the King of Pentacles here, Pisces, and the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like someone left you out in the cold here. Again, like I said, I'm trying to do this one story thing to keep things organized and to give one story at a time. But what I will say is, like I said, we're going to tie this all together at the end, Pisces. And it's like no matter which way I take this reading with these rows here, it does look like someone either broke your heart or someone hurt you. I feel like this person could be trying to come back. You have the Six of Swords here. And even in this bottom row, you have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles with that Wheel of Fortune. Really very positive here is what I would say. But it, kind of looks like someone who maybe was a stable fixture in your life could be trying to come back here. But, again, you have the lying, cheating, stealing card. You have the Emperor here, Three of Swords. So, to me, it looks like a breakup, or this is just a separation away from a person. Next, you have the Three of Swords here, Pisces, and the King of Wands, or Knight of Wands. Yeah, it could have been a player type person here. I don't really feel like this person has changed their ways. You have the Wheel of Fortune down here. It's like just the Wheel of Fortune to me is one of the only cards in the deck that represents an ex coming back to me. And but to me, it also is a card that just says it's going to be the same thing over and over and over again. It's like the same old story with this person. So I would be careful of going back to any players here with this card. I feel like there's something much more stable coming in for you here with this Knight of Pentacles in the future. I feel like there's just something that is much, much better for you coming in. Even all these cards, two aces is like something new. So in a lot of ways, this is like screaming new love or something new coming in for you here. So I feel like this could just be saying like, let go of the player, let go of the person who hurt you with this Knight of Wands. And finally, in this first story, we have the Ace of Cups here and the King of Swords here. Someone much more significant, someone much better for you. This whole row here, Pisces, for this first story is much more positive. It's like you moving on to calmer shores. Emperor and the King of Swords to me are very similar cards. They can represent maturity, someone who's very mature, someone who's very disciplined, someone who's very hardworking, someone who's very stable in life. Even this King of Pentacles is very stable and predictable, but there are negatives to the King of Pentacles. They're negative to any card, really, Pisces. But I feel like this is saying in the future there's someone much more stable coming in with a love offer. Could be an air sign, could be an Aries, could be an earth sign as well, could be someone with a lot of earth in their chart, could be anything. This is a general reading. And again, we're going to cover this at the end, and I'll go over all the signs again. But I do feel like this could be someone who's just like very mature and has a lot of wisdom coming in for you here. So I like that, Pisces, but it does look like you could be moving on from some player type energy here. In the next story, you have the Imagine card. This Imagine card to me represents kind of like manifesting your dreams here on Earth. this whole middle row is extremely positive for you, Pisces. And even with this Seven of Swords here, it's like you immediately go to the Six of Swords. So there's like improvements, Ace of Pentacles, kind of like I'm just getting like turning over a new leaf with this Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this middle row is having to do with work, or, you know, mostly like things that you want to put your energy into. That could be work. It could be a business. It could be, you know, pretty much anything else that you're working on here, Pisces. So I feel like you're probably working on things. This Imagine card to me says you need to take the steps to manifest the things that you want here on earth. So I feel like it's time to start manifesting with that card. Next, you have the Seven of Swords here and the Four of Swords, dreaming with the Four of Swords here. Seven of Swords is like kind of being a little too cautious is what's popping to mind. That's very weird because that's not what the Seven of Swords means. But for some reason, I feel like some of you could be very, like, almost being too cautious when it comes to some sort of happily ever after with this Ace of Pentacles. Again, I'm getting very weird words for you today, Pisces. Very strange, but I'm getting like happily ever after on this Ace of Pentacles. It could be marriage, but again, I feel like this is more of a financial row. I feel like this more has to do with business. I feel like you will be happily ever after, but you know, not necessarily in a marriage sense, not necessarily in a love sense. I feel like it's more just like feeling established, feeling like you have money, feeling like you can take care of yourself, those types of things. I feel like you're thinking about things, but I feel like this is just being too cautious. Seven of Swords can, to me, on a very simple level, can represent internal fears that don't exist. So to me, it can represent needing to let go of fears or needing to let go of things that have been holding you back. So I feel like it's time to let go of that. Four of Swords is like, you know, meditation, retreat, and kind of like sleeping. And there's always this stained glass window up here, which represents kind of your dreams to me, like that Imagine card. So I feel like you have big dreams, Pisces. Even your card here is it says taking risk, and there's a hawk on it, and hawks are like visionary animals. So, you know, I feel like you're kind of like visionary at this time. Next, you have the Six of Swords, moving on to calmer shores, the devil, moving away from the devil, I would say here, Pisces. In a lot of ways, I feel like you're just getting rid of toxic behaviors so that you can live your dreams. I feel like I've said in the past, to me, this whole virus situation, it's like, yeah, you know, it's a terrible situation. It's annoying for all of us. And, you know, there's like sickness and all this other stuff. But, you know, at the end of like sickness is healing, right? And cleansing. So to me, even though on kind of like more of a global scale, on like a global consciousness scale, this period of time, it might be, you know, yucky, whatever you want to call it, but it is a time of cleansing. So I feel like a lot of us could just be clearing out things from our lives that are holding us back, things that are preventing us from being successful. This could be anything. You know, the devil represents addictions, but, you know, it doesn't really have to be an addiction. You know, it could be an addiction, like maybe we watch too much Netflix, maybe we play too many video games, something like that. Maybe we eat too much bad food. You know, you could be cutting something out here, but I feel like it's getting you closer to this type of energy right here. Look at this. Holy crap, Pisces. 3 aces, that's pretty good. So Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, some sort of major, passionate new beginning here for you, Pisces. In a lot of ways, you know, again, I'm going to wrap this all up at the end, Pisces. I've said this to you before. I feel like you need to I feel like you're being too cautious on something. It could be love. I feel like it's probably business or work related. For some of you, it could be a love situation. I feel like you need to get it going. Because it's like, I feel like something, I've said this to you before as well. I feel like something is like slipping through your fingers. It's like, but I feel like it has to do with like where you put your energy, if that makes sense here, Pisces. And so like, I feel like you need to pick one thing to work on as far as work or business is concerned. I feel like several of you, a lot of you, you're a Pisces. I'm a Pisces. I know that game, Pisces. I've had like several businesses since I was like 16 years old. so I know, you know, I know that game. I've had multiple interests, right? But right now I feel like it's really important that Pisces focus on what works. I feel like this whole bottom row here, again, not to get too off track here, I feel like this whole bottom row that kind of forms this T with this middle row here is saying that you need to focus on one thing. You know, too many aces. You have this Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is your personal vision for your life. It lines up with this Emperor having a plan. Again, we're going to wrap this up at the end, but still, you know, I feel like there's a need for focus here. Same thing in love as well. It's like you could be going back and forth on a love situation. I feel like you either need to end it or commit. You know, it's like one of those things. And it's like maybe you don't. What I would say to you, Pisces, is I feel like there's a difficult decision here because I feel like some of you, maybe you're in a very positive relationship, but maybe at the same time, maybe things aren't right. Maybe, you know, maybe it's a distraction, right? Maybe it's a positive relationship, but, you know, just because it's a positive relationship doesn't mean that it's right now. And I feel like some of you could be thinking about that with this energy here in the center. But yeah, amazing new beginning, success, abundance. The Ace of Wands, like, is a creative project as well. I'm really surprised there are no cards of attention. Actually, I am and I'm not at the same time here, Pisces. I feel like there could be a lot of attention coming in for you in the future. Like, I'm surprised that I don't see the sun yet or the star yet. It might come up at the end here, but, to me, this is like building up something that could get you a lot of attention, like in work or business. So, love it. In your final story here, you have the Taking Risks card. I feel like that it would be a good time for you to take risk. I've been saying this to Pisces for a very long period of time, that it's a really good time to take risk. I feel like Pisces, the problem is things could look really bad for Pisces, so things could look like they're not working out, but we're kind of like a little bit insulated from risk. These are calculated risks that you're taking here, by the way. You have the Emperor and the Knight of Pentacles. This is not you like going to the casino and gambling away your life savings or something like that. This is you coming up with a plan and following the plan, sticking to it and executing on it. But it's like maybe starting a business, which could be a risk. It could be maybe putting yourself out there on YouTube, could be anything. But it's like that type of risk. It's a calculated risk. I feel like it's going to be kind of like making you soar in a lot of ways with this card. I feel like it's going to make you reach heights that you've never reached before here, Pisces, as well. Next, you have the Emperor card here and the Hangman, you right here. I do feel like some of you were dealing with an Aries in the past. Again, we're going to wrap that up at the end. I feel like this is more saying follow a plan. I feel like if you're stuck, stick to a plan here with the Emperor. You know what? I've been stuck for a very long time, Pisces, like thinking about starting a new channel, but I feel like it's more the energy of like wanting to be right. And I feel like us Pisces feel like we've been wrong for so long, like starting a business, or maybe we've made a lot of mistakes or things haven't worked out in work or business. So it's like we've been probably feeling like we're wrong. So it's like we want to be right so bad. And so maybe that's why we have a hard time getting started on things now, whether it's relationships, business, whatever. I feel like the Emperor is just like saying, pick someone else's plan and get started on it. So it's like, if you want to start a business, there are plenty of people that probably had a similar business that have been very successful. I feel like the Emperor is just saying, like, pick one of their plans and start with one of their plans, just get things going, and then worry about everything else later. I feel like just getting started here is going to be your best friend. Next, you have the Knight of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you just need to see something through to the end. I feel like you just have to get started, is what I said to Pisces. I'm laughing because I say this to you every single night. Same thing in love as well. Again, I feel like this is more business work related, but this last story here, but in love, same thing. I feel like you just have to get started. It's like, I feel like some of you could be in a relationship where it's like you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, or it's like maybe there isn't like the full commitment yet. I feel like something needs to happen here with this Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles to me is just says take the steps, literally. Knight of Pentacles to me is a card of faith. It's like a card that says, it's a card of unwavering belief, really, is what it is, Pisces. It says, if you take the steps, you will be very successful. So I feel like you just have to take the steps with this card. Eight of Swords, self-imposed restriction. But I feel like these restrictions could be this right here, the devil energy, things that are just slowing things down. I feel like it's time to like lighten things up. I'm almost getting like 10 of Wands here, Pisces. I feel like it's time to remove things that have been holding you back for a very long period of time. And you have the Wheel of Fortune, Nine of Swords, get out of your head. Wheel of Fortune, things turning around for you. I feel like this is what you're thinking, like nightmares, worries. It's like you're worried that you're going to be reliving the same story over and over and over again here, Pisces, but I don't think you are. I feel like you need to realize that things are changing. I also feel like you need to focus on your vision here. It's like you have a choice. I feel like you have a choice of whether or not to like live in the nightmare or to live in the future with this Wheel of Fortune card here, is what I'd say to you. Yeah, what do you know? So Empress and the Three of Wands, a lot of abundance coming in for you, but waiting for your ships to come in. I feel like you need to grab onto something here, Pisces. I feel like you need to get something going. I feel like you need to get something moving forward. You know what this tells me, Pisces? You go from the Eight of Swords to the Nine of Swords. This to me tells me that you've set yourself free, but it's like you're having the same experience with this Wheel of Fortune. So it's like you've been feeling stuck. Maybe you've had this toxic energy here in your life with this Devil card, and it's like you've made a change. You've set yourself free, but it's like you feel like you're living the same nightmare with this Nine of Swords. Yeah, I feel like your solution is to charge towards your desires, Knight of Wands, with this Page of Wands. I feel like there's something that you desire in your life, or that you desire to do. Could be love that you desire. I feel like you need to move towards it. I feel like you're delaying something here, Pisces. So I would get moving forward, is what I would say to you. Very interesting reading, very positive reading. Even the oracle cards, which you can't see on camera at this time, but You have that mouse spirit card with the imagine card and the taking risk cards. Again, I would just like it, that right there fits in perfectly with the reading. It's like saying pay attention to the details, come up with a plan, the Emperor. Imagine, Four of Swords, it's like you're dreaming of something. With this Ace of Wands as well, wanting a passionate new beginning. Wheel of Fortune, your personal vision, your destiny, and then taking risks. It's like, again, the Emperor with this Knight of Pentacles needing to get started. So 3 aces, incredible, Pisces. This looks really good, but I feel like you need to kind of get out of your head with this Nine of Swords. That Nine of Swords could just be all the what ifs, like thinking, what if this happens, what if that happens, things that'll probably never happen. Again, 3 Wands, it's like, 3 Wands can be us sitting around thinking, oh no, I'm going to start a business, and then, like that, just all thinking about all these bad things that are never going to happen. 3 Wands, waiting for your ships to come in. But it's like the ships may never come in, especially if it's bad things. But look, total abundance here is what I'd say to you. What I was saying earlier also that I forgot to say, there's a lot of like withdrawn energy here. Again, we could, with the quarantine and all that other stuff, it's like a lot of this work that you're doing in your life could be more behind the scenes, of course, could be from home. I feel like you have a lot of good cards here for planning. Even that Hangman, the Hangman, the Four Swords, together with this Emperor card could be a really good time for you to plan. That Taking Risks card as well, with this Hawk on here, to me that can represent planning. Like hawks represent looking forward into the future. They kind of represent foresight, like this 3 of Wands here. So I feel like a lot of you could be doing a lot of planning as well. But there's like a lot of success here. I feel like there's definitely love. Could be a Capricorn, because you have a lot of Earth plus the Devil. So it could be a Capricorn or someone with Capricorn in their chart. It could be a fire sign, but I feel like you're leaving a fire sign is what I'd say. I feel like there's some sort of connection with a fire sign here. It's like Pisces, Hangman, showing up with Aries, the Emperor, right? So it's like, but the Hangman is saying that this Aries or a fire sign or someone who is like probably toxic here in this situation is causing delays. So I feel like some of you need to set yourself free, but it's like it could be a repeating nightmare with this 9 of Swords here. But yeah, definitely a very good reading for you, Pisces. Definitely some challenges. I feel like the challenges are more what ifs about pretty much everything in your life. So thank you, Pisces. I like this a lot. So thank you, Pisces. Thank you for watching, and definitely enjoy your week.